Hey guys, Amber here from A Meeple Family. Thank you so much for joining me today. So today I'm going to be talking about solo gaming. I have become extremely passionate about solo gaming for a variety of reasons, but I'll spare you that. That can be for another video. Today I really just want to talk to you about some solo games I have really been enjoying this month. So one of the first ones I played, which is new to me, it's definitely an older game, was Friday. So Friday is basically a game using cards, and you are trying to defeat negative cards, trying to clean out your hand, and trying to draft higher point valued cards, as well as cards that have perks on them, like gain 2 life or exchange 2 cards. This month, my husband Josh and I both played this. So I started at level 1. I was able to defeat level 1 with a 99, which probably is nothing to brag about, but felt like a really huge accomplishment. Anyway, I'm on level 2 now, and we'll see how it goes. So if you haven't given Friday a chance, I highly recommend it. It's a great price point as well. I was sick a couple days of the month, and that's what really pushed me over to buy it, because it was something I could do while just taking it easy in my bedroom, throw on a show, and I played Friday. Okay, number 2. My number 2 game I played a ton this month because probably it was new to me, and it was very I was looking for games this month where I could just kind of play without too much thought. And for me, one of those was Floriferous. I really enjoyed this game. I actually found the solo version where you play against a crow and you flip over cards, and the crow basically puts stones in place of the cards you need, or he's gonna exchange the cards you need. So there was actually quite a bit of challenge, and you only have this 1 cup of tea that you can use to do away with the crow for 1 turn. So you're really up against the crow the whole time, and it's neck and neck. So the solo version is actually really great. I really enjoy playing it. I love, flipping over the cards. It's really, really beautiful, and it feels very relaxing. And I always want to get a cup of tea and play Floriferous by myself. I just really enjoy it. Sometimes I'll even put on Pride and Prejudice, the A&E version, put that on in the background, and I will just play this for hours. This is also by Pencil First Games. They have another game I did play quite a few times, Herbaceous. It's a little bit more challenging than Herbaceous. I wouldn't say it's super challenging, but it is more challenging than Herbaceous. So if you like Herbaceous and you're looking for something just a little bit more meaty, this is a great option. All right, guys, number 3, this is one of my absolute favorite games. Unfortunately, no one in my family will play it with me, and that is Targi. That is Targi, my bad. I absolutely love this game. This is strictly, like I said, a 2-player game, and no one will play it with me. So I went on Board Game Geek and I found the solo variant, and I have been tearing this up. I have been playing it all the time. I sleeved my cards. I'm a professional, and I love Targi. I don't care who knows it. I love this game. I'm not embarrassed about it. I think it is so fun. I think it is so simple, yet I love the challenge of the solo version. There's different objectives you can do. I typically only do 2 because I'm struggling to even beat the 2 objectives every time. So anyway, I love it. For the AI version, you're basically rolling a dice, and that's helping you decide what cards your opponent is taking off the playing field. I love getting my resources and deciding what I'm gonna go after and what I'm gonna pursue, and it can be different every time, and I just really enjoy it. So this is an amazing solo player game. It does not come with that. You have to get it. There's a PDF version on Board Game Geek. I highly recommend checking it out. I absolutely adore it, and I love it. If you are like me and you love this game, please comment down below, because I am alone in my family. No one will play this with me, so I have to play by myself, but I don't care because I love it. Oh my goodness. Okay, we are already to number 4, and I can tell you right now that this is a new game to me, and I have been loving it. It is Overboss, and the box is ginormous. Overboss is such a neat game. It is basically a tile drafting laying game. So it is a lot. It reminds me of Cascadia because you have like the tile and then the mini tile under it, and they each are scoring you different points. This definitely feels to me like a point salad game where you're just getting points for everything. And I like that because at the end, even if you're like, oh, this wasn't the initial strategy I wanted to go with, you still feel like you're doing really well. And there's so many opportunities, depending on what tiles come up on the game board, to change your strategy and still come out a winner. I have been playing the solo campaign of this. I typically try to do like one level every week. It's easy, it's quick, and it's fun. And there's like little side challenges you can do. So, you know, based on how many different runs you make or bands you make or crystals you collect, you can get, you know, some of these side challenges marked off. I am going through it at the easy level because I'm wanting to do in each level, they give you 3 tasks to do before you move on. You have to do at least 2 tasks to move on to the next campaign. Of course, I'm an overachiever. I have to do all 3. So there's a couple times where I'm replaying the level to make sure that I get all 3 of the objectives done before I move on. I'm really enjoying it. It's super fun. Highly recommend it.
Oh gosh, I'm talking so much.
Number 5. So number 5 is Everdale. I actually just have the box lid because I'm actively playing this and it's over on my dining room table. I have really been enjoying playing Everdale. If you guys haven't tried the solo variant of this, I definitely would. This is a newer game to our collection, and I have found that the solo version is really helping me become familiar with the cards and different strategies. That's one of the reasons I love playing games solo. I feel like I can slow down and really think about, you know, what I'm trying to do and what my objectives are versus when you're in a group dynamic.
I always feel that pressure of like, okay, it's my turn and I need to come up with what I'm doing and everyone's waiting for me to take my turn and I don't want to be that person that takes like 5 minutes.
For me and my stressful, anxious personality, solo play is really great so that when I sit down in a group environment, I just feel more prepared and I honestly have a much more enjoyable time. So that is just like a weird personality trait of myself, and a reason I love solo play is, like I said, I can slow down and think about how the cards work together and really come up with solid strategies for group play. So we have been playing this as a family. It's been really fun. My kids love it. I love it probably the most. I love the theme. I definitely think, you know, this game concept is nothing new, but the theme is so cute. And you know, so much of it thematically makes sense. And I just enjoy like the forest cards, obviously. I just love the theme of this game. Really fun to play solo. And if you haven't, I highly recommend it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. There are so many amazing games out there that you can play solo. And I would love to know and get some recommendations from you in the comments below. These are just a few that I've really heavily focused on and played this month. You know, it changes month from month. And sorry, my email's going off in the background. And like I said, I do on top of this play so many of like the Button Shy games. I absolutely adore Button Shy, and I am going to be doing a future video on that because I really feel like they're worth chatting about. For me, these are just so easy and great. I should mention as well that I'm a homeschool mom. I have 4 kids and I homeschool all of them. And games are such a great way for your kids to learn and to practice those analytical, thinky muscles off of screens. And so that is a huge reason we are a gaming family, and we invest a lot of our time and energy, not only into making memories together around the table. My kids even like to play games solo, and we're really seeing that nurtured. And I feel like for me, it's a win if I see them at the table playing a board game versus on the iPad or watching a TV show. I am super stoked whenever that happens. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I really had a great time sharing 5 of my favorite solo games for this past month. I'm super excited to hear your comments below of your favorite games. Please leave them down there because I would really like to try them out. Be sure to subscribe below and follow along. I've got way more content coming out, not only from just me, but my husband and my kids as well. We cannot wait to share our love of gaming with you.
Life is a winding road, no telling where it goes.